Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Jay and I'm a third culture kid. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the first chapter in this book. Another section of it, if you guys didn't watch my last video about the story, go watch it. That's the first part of the chapter. The next part I'm going to be talking about the relevance of third culture kids in 2018. There are many types of third culture kids, and how people become third culture kids, there's also many ways for that to happen. For some examples are that parents are in international business and they end up having to relocate a lot, or they may be part of the military or diplomatic groups or part of religious missions, etc. Today there is a growing number of third culture kids, and it's important that we address or that we understand how we grew up, because it's what's going to help us deal with the challenges due to our upbringing. It's important to know that the reason why we might feel like it's so easy to get disconnected from things or from people or from places is because we grew up doing that. And whether it's a conscious or subconscious thing in our minds, we're just used to leaving, and we're used to people leaving us. So it's important to know that about ourselves so that we know how to deal with it later. So third culture kids are more of a thing now because of the growing number, but it's not a new phenomenon. It's been happening for a long time through different patterns or reasons of migration, as I just explained. However, now it's growing because it's much easier to travel around the world. Since 1946, that was an unusual time for U.S. people to live overseas, unless they were missionaries and diplomats. It was very common for American military and civilian employees and business people to be stationed around for at least 1 or more years. So since then, we've had third culture kids growing up around the world. In 1990, the total U.S. population abroad was 3 million. And in 2015, the total was 8 million. So that's a lot of third culture kids being produced there. Because out of 8 million people, how many of those people are going to get married outside of the U.S., have children, and those are third culture kids? And in Australia in 2015, there were 1 million people living outside of Australia. And in 2013 in Japan, there were 1.2 million that had lived outside of Japan. So just imagine worldwide. So many of us are third culture kids, and it's just so weird that we're not aware that we have that many third culture kids out there. I find it really weird that there aren't many third culture kids on YouTube. What? It's gonna happen. This year. Starting this year. And it was reported by the International School Consultancy that in 2016, 8,200 international schools were teaching kids from kindergarten to 12th grade in English worldwide. And that's estimated to double in the next few years. And now if you consider how many more third culture kids there are, if you add people who are non-English speaking, who are in non-English speaking international schools and who are homeschooled, what? That's so many third culture kids. So many. So third culture kids are also relevant today because the third culture kid voice is now much louder. Now we're starting to form communities. We've got some websites up. There are studies being done on third culture kids. Lots of students are doing research on us. And there are short YouTube films that are trying to explain what a third culture kid is. There have been TED Talks about it. And there are many popular ATCKs. ATCKs is an adult third culture kid. Yeah, so one of the most popular third culture kids, ATCKs, is Obama. And in 2008, he was the person that made the world aware that third culture kids existed. Yeah, so many more of us are wanting to share our stories and wanting to encourage others to do the same. So for example, this YouTube channel, you guys, you are sharing your stories. I have so many more stories that I'm going to put up. I'm still editing all of them, but we are growing, more people are wanting to speak out about it, and it's so great. The third culture kid is a micronism of what's becoming normal today. And in the future, very few countries will remain homogeneous. And the age of travel and instant globalization and communication is so advanced now that it's just so easy to be connected around the world. And now experts are currently trying to predict the outcomes of culture mixing. And they're looking at this because of how the future is looking right now. And they are, to help them understand it, they look at the TCK world, and that helps them have a clearer picture of what cultural mixing does. And by understanding that, these experts can prepare for long-term differences. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you guys learned a lot. If you want to keep learning more about third culture kids, then please watch my other videos linked around here. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm going to speak to you soon.